Okay, so the first thing is we have the repository here. You go to code, copy the uh, copy the link. You are already given access. Okay, so if it is asking for some credentials, you can provide your own credentials. Okay,
Okay.
so what I do, I am creating one fresh uh, directory, sample git.
Okay.
Okay, cd sample git. The first thing you have to do is you have to clone, git clone.
Okay.
For username, give your username, and for password, give your password. uh,
Okay.
if the password is, I mean, password is not that, you know how to create the password, right? Like,
Sure. Like git git config global user password.
uh not that one. So what you do is you go to your profile page. Okay, one minute.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so go to the settings. Okay, click on settings.
Okay.
After clicking
Okay.
settings, go to the and there will be a developer settings. Okay, click on developer settings.
Okay, sir.
Then personal access token,
Sure.
tokens classic. Okay, click here. Once you click, uh, you have to click this generate new token. Okay, this generate
Okay.
new token will ask for the token name. You can give something like development evolution, something like that. See, whatever I'm creating is my personal account. Okay, uh, you have to do it from your account
Okay.
also again. The same thing doesn't apply. Like whatever the value I give, it
Okay.
doesn't apply for you. You can set the expiration as some 90 days. Uh,
Okay.
repository access, you can give all access for now, because it is going to be your own access. Here in actions, administration, code spaces, commit statuses. So you can check once, like what are the repository permissions that you need to write or like to modify anything. Check once again, like what are the access you can provide, read and write access for that. And don't share your token with anyone.
Okay.
Once you click on generate, it will generate one. Make sure that you copy this, because you will never see this, like you won't be able to see this again. Okay, copy to some other file or
Okay.
some
Okay.
place that you can copy paste like whenever you want. Okay, I usually save it in one text file so that I can copy whenever I try to log in. Currently I am deleting it because I
Okay.
didn't create it properly. But once you create the token,
Okay.
from next time what you can do is you can just provide the token here. Okay, so for my case what I
Okay.
did is, so I'm giving my token ID and username and token ID. Then it will connect and pull all the
Okay.
repositories. Okay, and one good thing about this system is it will ask for username password only first time, for first time when you clone. From next time
Okay.
onwards, usually it doesn't ask. But if it asks again, you know where to take it from. You can store it in some file and you can copy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm using Linux system, so my comments are different. If you are using Windows, then you can just open the file and copy and paste. Okay. Uh, yeah. So this is done. Now I go to evolution. Now I have all the files. Correct. Now I will tell you some of the commands, main commands. First one is git status. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So git status will uh, give the status if any branch, like any changes is done or no. Okay. Here it says nothing to commit. That means everything is up to date. Okay. Git log. Git log is something which will give the somewhat like detailed information. So in GitHub, uh, for git for every commit you have an ID, commit ID, right? So this is that ID,
Yes, sir.
and this is your message, okay, which you give. And here this head is a pointer which says you are currently in a main branch. Okay. And I told you before that any changes you need to do it in the feature level. So what you have to do is you have to check out. Okay. So git checkout and one hyphen create calendar view. Now it says switch it to the new branch, one create head view. Okay. You can check again by doing git status. Git status says that you are on the branch, then everything looks good. Okay. So now we are in a create calendar view. You can open Visual Studio Code here. You can either run the command or you can just open it and open the folder in which you downloaded the repository. Okay. So say like I am adding calendar. Okay, this is some change that I made now. You don't have to open another command prompt. You can always go to terminal, open new terminal. If you are using a Windows system, it will say PowerShell here. In my case, I am using Linux system, so it will show bash. Here you can again run the same commands, git status.
Okay, sir.
Now the git status gives I have modified something, correct?
Okay.
This is same as the m symbol it shows here. Okay. So I mean Visual Studio Code can understand what stage each of your code is in with respect to GitHub and Git. But you can it is a good practice to use the commands because you will understand in depth like what is going on in the backend. Okay. So I strongly suggest you to start using the commands. Okay. The next one is git status. Now git log. Usually git status is enough. Okay. Now my change is done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to once again check the status. I am in the one calendar. Now what I do, git add dot. Git add dot is I'm adding all the files, and git commit, I'm adding the message saying that calendar comment added. Okay. Now once you run the command, m stands for message. You can give the message here. Once this message is added, then this commit is completed. Okay. You can again check the status. Now the
Okay.
status will say that there is nothing to commit. Now again give git log. Now the log says there was a main branch, but the current file, the current head points to the feature of one create calendar view,
Correct.
and the recent one is calendar comment added. Okay, so this git log will give all the histories. Okay, like it will give on a time basis, like it will be sorted by timestamp, and it will show the recent commit first, and then again all the commits. Okay, so you can keep on checking like your git status and git log. You will get used to this once you like keep on doing this. Okay, but at any point of time
Okay.
don't skip this part. Okay, you may feel like it is easy, you made only small changes like why to add a message or why to do some small stuff, but these are all some good practices that you have to follow. Okay, you are very early in your career. You will soon realize like how complicated your code base can get into. Okay, so in order to manage everything, right, like you need to keep track of all the changes you did. So that is the reason like it is good to commit all the time. uh, by end of the day, or like by end of like every 4 hours or something like that, what you can also do is you can do the git push. Okay, what git push does is uh, it will push all the code from your local repository to the github. Okay, so when you do commit, that means all the changes are stored only in your local system. It will be updated in github only when you do git push. Okay, there are two commands. Wait, yeah, as you have cloned from the repository, it knows what is the main branch, so it can push back to the original one. Okay, now I will show you what is the difference, what difference it made. Now adding calendar is added here, correct? So I go back to the repository. Okay, so now there is a main branch. If I open index here, there is, it is same as before, there is no change made. But if you change the branch to that particular create calendar view, then you will find the calendar tag here. That means your branch is like successfully pushed to the github repository. Okay, at this point what you do after making all the changes, once everything is completed, you push the changes and go back to your project page and change the status to in review. Okay, once you change that, what I will do is I will check all the changes and merge. When I do merge, what happens is all the changes from this particular create calendar, it will go to our main branch. Okay, so don't change anything in the main
Okay.
branch. Whenever you want to modify something, you take a branch, you can create your custom branch. Okay, it is not like you have to
Okay.
always have a task to do it. Okay, if you are experimenting something which is not part of the task, you can always create your own branch and do. Okay, you can check for the commands like what, how to create
Okay.
a branch. Okay, so that's all. Like whenever you make a change, you just do git add and git push. I will add all the logs. Okay, like whatever I showed before, I will create a wiki page for that,
Okay.
and I will also upload this video. Like I am
Okay.
download I'm currently recording this video, so I will add it to a YouTube, and I will share you the link so you can refer from this page anytime you want. Okay. Now at this point, like, do you have any
Okay.
question?
No, sir. Right now, I clear.
Okay. So see again,
Hello?
it is same as what you will do in the source control here. Okay, but here
Okay, sir.
everything is managed by Visual Studio Code. But
Okay.
what I am suggesting you is to use all the command line to do everything, because you will learn a lot, and only this set of command is what you needed. Okay. Even if you change an ID, because in some other, like if you go to some other environment, they may not be using the same version control systems. Okay. So if you know the commands, you can work anywhere. Okay. Now say two people are working on the same branch. Okay. So now I gave the same task to both of you, right?
Okay.
Now one person has modified something, and another person is in middle of something. Okay. Some So at that time what happens is there will be a conflict, because there are three copies. One copy is in the GitHub, one copy is with Suma, and one copy is with Ajay.
Okay.
Okay. Say like Suma completed her task first and pushed the code to her this branch. Now when Ajay complete his task, and when he tries to push, there it will show there is a conflict. Okay. At the time what you have to do is you should always pull first, resolve all the conflicts, and then push it. Okay. Okay. So you just understand, like, there is a possibility where when two people are working on the same branch there can be conflict, and we have to handle that in a different way. Okay. Once you understand that, how to do that is something you can always Google, or I can also give the commands. Okay. uh, except today I will try hard to like give you two different branches, so that we don't go into that issue of merge conflicts. Okay. So I will create a new branch for both of you. You can work on your own branches most of the time, but there can be some times where there is a lot of development in one particular feature and you both have to work. During that time I will again give you step by step instruction of how to work on. Okay. Yeah. So finally, like, do you have any question?
Um,
Sure. Okay. uh, yeah. Just to summarize, like, just follow all the commands. I will upload this video. After I upload the video, go through all the steps, try to recreate. um, I hope you are already checking on the calendar part, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. So once you work on your own repository, like if you are creating locally or working on it locally, once you test and everything, we have to combine. We have to keep adding features to our existing stack. So for that, you follow all the Git process, add the changes and push it. Okay. And number two is keep updating this particular project task. Okay. If you are referring some, if you are referring some places, add a comment. If some issue is there, or like whatever you are facing when you are working on this particular task, leave a comment here. It is all for tracking purposes, like it will help you a lot in the later part. Say there is one issue that you are getting at this point, and you solve by doing a particular solution. Okay. If the same issue happens later after 2 3 weeks,
Okay.
you can always come back, refer this task, and you can copy the code here, or like you can check what resolution you provided there. Correct. So for uh, all those things,
Yes, sir.
this is a very good source So keep adding the command, and yeah, keep changing the status. Okay, that's all. I have asked for a overall project, like project task list, like what all things we have to develop for next week or like for a whole month. Once I get that, I will add all the tasks here, and we will also put some timelines, like when we have to work on each and everything. Uh, there are two views. This is table view. If you go to current iteration, it will show something like this. It's a Kanban board. You can just drag and drop here. Okay. So once it is in new, you can just move to the ready, and when you start working on it, you can move it to the in progress. Okay. But anyway, I'll be giving all the, if I add any task, I'll be updating in the WhatsApp group also. So yeah, it will be easier for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's all for now. You can go back to your work. Let me know, like, ask any questions if you have, like, if you face any issues in running the commands, or if you're confused of some concepts, like, let me know. Okay.